Good morning and welcome back to Celebrity Blogspot, a segment of BCM News where we discuss all things celebrity and controversy. I'm your host G, and today we are going to be just diving into something a little bit different than usual. Last week, I posted a blog on our website in which I discussed cultural appropriation within the American music industry. I'm sure you're all interested in having a read, so click the link down below. But for those of you who can't be bothered, here's a quick recap. According to the Oxford Dictionary, cultural appropriation refers to the unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of the customs, practices, and ideas of one person or society by members of another and typically more dominant people or society. Interestingly, this definition only appeared in the dictionary in 2018. To put it simply, cultural appropriation occurs when people take characteristics and components from cultures other than their own. And countless celebs, particularly those involved in the music industry, have been under fire in the past for accusations of cultural appropriation. Before we take a look at some examples, let's discuss why these inappropriate events occur in the first place. There is a link to be made between popular culture and cultural appropriation. Popular culture revolves around the intersection of societies and relies on taking aspects from here, there, and everywhere to develop its diverse definition. Key theorists such as Story propose 6 different definitions, but the overarching idea is that popular culture is designed for the people, by the people. This link between popular culture and cultural appropriation makes sense. For a cultural concept to be appropriated, it must first be popular or at least part of the pop culture sphere. In my blog, Needle draws a connection between historical culture and the contemporary occurrences to illustrate how appropriation by dominant cultures continues to exist. An example of this is slickback buns and hoop earrings. This viral trend has been circulating around media for months now, including everything from hair products to keep your hair slick or tutorials for the tightest bun. While most people view this as a fashion trend, Latina women across the world have expressed their outrage. The Latina community and many other POC communities have been wearing their hair like this for years and have been marginalized because of it. Appropriation occurs when a style engenders racial preconceptions or prejudice from where it emerged, but society perceives it as high fashion or humorous. Grace discusses how cultural appropriation exists in the contemporary world, using the iconic fashion show Victoria's Secret as a prime example. Victoria's Secret has always been the centre of cultural controversy, with Karlie Kloss walking the runway wearing Native American headwear being a huge talking point. Gray also discusses Kylie Jenner's cornrows, noting that many people insisted her braids were exploitive, while others asserted that it was just a hairstyle. The reason people are so quick to call it appropriation is because Kylie has never acknowledged where this hairstyle came from and fails to note that it originated with African American women braiding corn seeds in their hair when escaping from slavery. It's no secret that Katy Perry is a repeat offender when it comes to blurring the line between appropriation and appreciation. Did I say blurring the line? I meant straight up crossing it. Academics such as O contend that Katy Perry stereotyped Japanese femininity to promote her identity. He further argues that she uses Japanese culture as a masquerade that can be donned for her benefit and discarded when it became inconvenient, which is exactly what she did. Whilst the articles that I examined for my blog highlight how prevalent and problematic cultural appropriation is within our society, they fail to consider the people who have a genuine interest in the culture and who show nothing but respect and appreciation. But what is cultural appreciation? The term appreciate refers to the recognition and celebration of the good qualities of someone or something. When compared to appropriation, appreciation can be viewed as unproblematic. It is obvious that the line between appropriation and appreciation is a thin one. Some cases appear more unethical and exploitive than others. Minority groups tend to be more upset about the hypocrisy and ignorance of the appropriation rather than the act itself. If you take an aspect of a culture that plays into that culture's stereotype, then it's considered harmful. From the research that I've conducted for both my blog and this news segment, I've discovered that what lies in that thin line is education. Educating yourself on a culture is the only way to ensure that you show nothing but respect. You can't pick and choose an outfit or a hairstyle from a culture and adopt it as your own and then ignore everything else. A great way to appreciate a culture is by reading literature native to that culture or learning how to cook a traditional meal. At the end of the day, it's not up to you or me to decide whether it's appreciation or appropriation.